you are, tell me if this is a fact, once again, for people who do not know, Craig, the first guy to open for Metallica?
Yeah.
Metallica.
It was a joke. It actually started out.
Was it a joke when they asked you to do it?
No, I asked them, but the whole thing started out with a prank phone call.
Right.
A few weeks, or maybe a couple months earlier, I'm in St. Louis.
Right.
And a buddy of mine who is doing afternoons in St. Louis now tells me, hey, when you're in town, when you come in, you can stay for my whole show. Just come join the whole show. Right. And I said, great. So I get in my car. When I get into town, I start driving to a studio. And as I'm driving, he's already started his shift. And he had this crazy phone call. He has Lars Ulrich from Metallica on the phone. And he knows how special this is, so he keeps him on the phone without playing any music, without playing any commercials, and without a delay. And Lars is...
back in the great days of radio when there was no delay, man.
Yeah, this is 2001, I think.
Yeah. Most stations never even thought about it, but go ahead,
And
Craig.
Lars is cursing. Every fifth word is an F-bomb or an MF-bomb.
Yeah, may I hear an example of that, Craig?
Hey, man, of course, can I curse? And then, are you going to dump it? Huh? Listen, I'll tell you. But the thing is, I get in the studio. And when I get in the studio, he's still on the air. It's been a half hour. I look at my buddy and I go, what's going on? He goes, I can't get rid of him. I don't know how to get rid of him. I go, well, am I coming on? And he goes,
he's afraid to hang up on Lars?
And so we made a plan on how to get rid of Lars Ulrich while he was talking to St. Louis.
Right.
And my buddy goes, wait, I got an idea. Grab the mic. Hey, Lars. Hey, I'm going to, let me just, that is great. That is awesome. Hey, let me just interrupt you for 1 second. For those of you just joining the broadcast, we have Lars Ulrich on the phone from his house in San Francisco. And Lars, you're not going to believe this, but he's
pointing to you.
He's pointing at a microphone. He goes, we have a couple celebrities, and I'm looking at him going, no. He goes, Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons from Kiss
here we go.
are in the studio. And Lars goes, is that really Lars Ulrich? Or is that Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons? It is. Guys, say hi. Hey, Lars, this is Paul Stanley, and this is Gene Simmons from Kiss. And I'm going to get right to the point, Lars. A lot of people steal from Kiss. You know it, and I know it. But on the new Metallica record, I think you've gone a little too far. And I'll give you a perfect example. Name one song on the new Metallica record that you think is totally original. And Lars just went, I mean, I think all the songs are pretty original. I think that, right. But
so he's taking it hook, line, and sinker.
He's believing it, and then he gives me a song title. And I said, that's a great song, Lars. But I'm going to be honest with you. I liked it a lot better the first time I heard it when it was called Beth. And he goes, how do you hear Beth in the middle of Metallica? That doesn't even make any sense.
Oh, wow.
And he started arguing with a fake Paul Stanley and a fake Gene Simmons. And then my buddy started having me jump in and say, hey, you're not going to believe this. We got a movie critic next door who's talking to Christopher Walken. You want to talk to Chris? And then, is that really Christopher Walken? Hi, Lars. This is Chris. I love Metallica because I love cocaine. and then he starts talking, and he's carrying on with all these.
And he's not. But when does Lars Ulrich of Metallica go, okay, it's Paul Stanley, it's Gene Simmons, it's Christopher Walken. When does he stop? Oh, here comes Al Pacino.
Yeah, and then Phil Anselmo from Pantera. Hey, Lars, check it out. And then he's arguing with Phil, and then finally my buddy goes, hey, you're not going to believe this. Sam Kinison is here. And I go, hey, Lars, I don't know if you remember this, but about 20 years ago, I was at your house, and we're doing blah. And I left the cocaine in your house, and you never told me. Oh, you cold fiend. And Lars goes, dude, didn't that guy die like 15 years? And they go, yeah, but he's back. And then finally they revealed, and Lars said some really nice words to me. I go back to New York. And I'm working on the Stern Show at the time.
Right.
And when I go back to New York, a week later, Gary Delabate, the producer, Gary walks in and goes, hey, so you're not going to believe this. I just got off the phone with a guy from Elektra Records, and apparently the guys in Metallica are trying to find you, man.